Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now, before we get into today's video, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you guys throughout 2021. I really appreciate all the views, likes, comments, and all of our subscribers. You guys really mean a lot to us, and we're really stepping up the game for 2022. Our Hellcat recently got built. It's making over 860 wheel horsepower. We personally built our Camaro SS. It's making 505 wheel horsepower. Pretty stout for the simple setup we did, and we are building the CTS-V Coupe as well. Pretty much max effort. We're just not doing heads on it. Everything else is getting done. That thing is going to be bad, you know what. So make sure you guys hit the subscribe button if you like today's video, and you'll be able to see when we post all of those new videos on these wicked cars we got here. So this video is going to be start to finish what all is involved when you bring your vehicle to a ceramic pro shop. So all the decon, paint correction, the coating process is all going to be shown throughout this video. It is a little bit of a longer video, but you can definitely scan through to the parts that you want to see. So let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to Rite-Way Detailing's YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to come and join us on today's episode. So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into it. I'm really excited about this video. We've actually already done two hardtop convertibles, but some of the film got damaged with a different system that we were using. I was really upset about that because they were some pretty cool videos. So at least we have this one. This is a really good customer of mine's C8. He actually had a C706 that got totaled, not on his own fault or anything like that. Somebody sideswiped him. It was a really bad deal, but he ended up getting the C8. Just got it off the truck like a week and a half ago. Unwrapped it right off the car hauler. It was pretty cool for him to experience that. This is actually spec'd out by a dealership though, which is pretty cool. This top, how it does, it comes down here, has that nice little flare to it. It's really, really clean. There's a lot of things that are body color that are normally carbon flash that I really like. You can see here. So what is it in for? So we're actually going to do a deep clean wash, Iron X bath, clay it. Despite this thing being literally brand new right off the truck, it doesn't matter. All that stuff will always be done to any vehicle to ensure that the vehicle is perfectly prepped and decontaminated before we do any of our services. Then we will do probably a one-step. This paint's in really good condition. One step is probably all that it needs. I don't think we need to get into any two-step correction at all. It'd be kind of unnecessary. So we're going to do a nice little kind of cut finish polish on this thing. It's going to really make it pop. And then we're going to go ahead and do a Ceramic Pro Gold exterior package on it. So 4 layers of 9H on the paint and trim, 1 layer top coat on the paint and trim, 2 layers of glass on all the glass, and then we will lift this up on quick jacks, clean the wheels, coat them in wheel and caliper and the painted calipers, and a few other details like the exhaust tips, and the inner fender well plastics, all those little details. We also just had the windows tinted as well, so I'll show you here. So that is a service that we will personally offer very soon, but we have a very good connection with a Lumar dealer down here that does amazing work. So we had a 5% done all the way around, and then the front windshield was done in a 40%. So really, really makes the car stand out. Especially, it used to just be fully clear. You could see everything in the interior. Now it's like a gloss black panel, like a mirror, and I really, really like that. Now everybody sometimes is scared about doing limo tint and this and that. The film nowadays is a lot easier to see out of. It's not as dark as it used to be, but it really just makes the car pop and stand out. I haven't had any issues with my car being done in limo tint. It's worth just paying the ticket because honestly, it keeps that interior so cool and protects you and the interior. That's a big thing about all the ceramic IR stuff, is the UV rejection. The IR rejection is huge nowadays. So let's go ahead and get this thing outside. Let's go ahead and wash it, do all that. I'll just show you kind of briefly what we do when it comes to decontaminating your vehicle, and then we'll bring it inside and we'll get some paint match lights on the side just to see if there's any swirls at all. These lights aren't really going to show particularly swirl marks because of the direction of them. They're just a long rectangle. They're not a circular type of light. So we will see the true condition very shortly. So let's go ahead and get it decontaminated. All right, so let's go ahead and get a cold start on the C8. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this thing washed up. Did have some tire dressing, and this looks really nice right now, but I'm not going to say anything about it, but there was a lot of slip solution and stuff that just was all over the car and smeared everywhere. I guess they didn't want to really clean the car because they figured, you know, we're going to do some stuff to it, or they didn't want to scratch it. No big deal. I mean, we washed it all basically like a waterless wash to get it off. That was the only thing that was kind of on the car when it was all finished. So what we're doing here is just getting all that tire dressing and oil out of the paint job, because there was a lot of it splattered everywhere down the side of the car. So we want to get all that off and break up any dirt and grime so we can get the majority of it rinsed off, so we don't go ahead and transfer that into our wash mitt. You can see kind of down in there what I'm talking about. So this is just something that I do on everything. You can see how dirty the wheels are. Just want to break up a lot of that so our Iron X bath can really do its full job and not be infringed with all that dirt. We want it to attack everything. Alright, let's go ahead and give this thing a rinse, and we'll see what kind of protection is on a brand new car. I know it's going to sheet water, that's for sure. So you see how the water kind of sheets up? That is definitely why you need to come in and get your vehicle protected. Okay, so now we're going to take our Iron X product, give this a nice little spray down, just to release any fallout, rail dust, anything like that. We want to make sure all that comes off this car. So you can see how it already reacts and turns purple. That's what we're going to see in different areas, especially the wheels, because obviously there's metal kind of contact. And you can get that kind of iron and dust and stuff coming off the car. So this is going to release anything that we can't see before we clay bar it. So this is stuff that is kind of deep in the paint job, and this chemical reacts to it, so remove it. Okay, I'm only going to show a little bit of the car because I really do have to get moving. It is a little warm outside, so you can see it's already foamed up. And what we're doing here is spraying some clay lube. It's just in a pressurized sprayer. We're going to spray some clay lube on here. And we're going to go ahead and clay this front end so you guys can see what exactly we do when your vehicle is in here. So we're just going to do the front end. I do need to kind of hustle with both hands and get the rest of the car done before that soap starts to dry up. It's not going to hurt anything, but we just want to make sure that we get a move on that and get it back inside. So we sprayed the synthetic clay down with some clay lube, and then we'll just go over the surface lightly. We're going to be real smooth with this one, just extra careful. Not that it's going to scratch or anything, but this thing is in a very, very good condition, so we don't want to inhibit any more scratches. I think we've done a very good job of preventing that with the way that we wash. Just a lot of lubrication during the wash process. And this thing just slips and glides right over the paint job. That's what we want. So this is all we do when your vehicle comes in. Now some vehicles are different. If they have overspray and stuff, we'll switch out the method. But same idea. Rubbing this on here gets off any contaminants and stuff out of the clear coat. That way when we do our correction, you get the most for the dollar that you're spending. And we literally clay everything. You see the headlights, all the trim down in here, and of course we'll do the glass as well. Alright, so that's what it looks like when we clay your paint job. So we're going to go ahead and finish claying the rest of the car, rinse it off, bring it inside, air dry it, and we'll start to do the correction. Alright, so we're about 3/4 of the way through the paint correction. I'm going to set you guys up to see what we do when it actually comes to polishing, and I will get a little clip of, you know, with the 3-inch polisher doing this back bumper, this little section here in the front bumper. We started polishing. I just have some areas that I marked to remind myself to go back and check because there are still some defects. This is like glue adhesive. I haven't touched this area yet. Like I said, we're about 3/4 of the way through. Really not too bad. There's just a couple little small areas that need to be addressed that are just defects. One of them we did polish. I don't think you're going to be able to see, but there is a true defect in the clear coat. If we can go back here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get you guys to see it on camera, but in one of these areas there's a little defect that's just kind of in the clear coat. You're always going to have that on any vehicle. There's never going to be a perfect car, a perfect install of anything. There could always be something very slight, very small. Same thing with this Corvette. There's just a couple little inconspicuous areas that have a defect. So let's go ahead and polish though. I'm going to go ahead and grab the polisher. Flip this screen around so I can see. So we got our polisher here. We just need about 2 pea-sized drops. Maybe a little bit bigger than a pea. And then we're going to go ahead and come in here and polish out this fender. Okay, good. Yeah, you guys can see. So we just rub in some of the polish. We'll get this headlight too. This product does spread out pretty far, so that's why I'm doing this whole fender. So that's pretty much going to do it for the correction that's needed on these panels. Just really what we're doing is glossifying the paint job even more just cleaning up any little spots or anything like that. And then what we do is we take a nice little 600 GSM microfiber and level it off, clean off all the leftover polish. So not an intense correction, just more of a paint enhancement. Okay, see, yeah, there's little defects. I'm gonna grab you guys right here. Here's one that I didn't notice yet. It's gonna be really hard to pick up. I don't know if it's... right here. So that's something we will definitely need to address with the smaller polisher. So it's just little itty bitty things like that. Not much really to correct scratches wise, just something like that. We're going to go over it one more time just to check and see if it'll come out. That could just be a defect in the clear coat. Like I mentioned, there's one on the hatch, or two on the hatch that I saw, and there are some like glue residue you can see right there from when they peeled the plastic off. So let's go ahead and address a couple of those little small areas, and then I'll show you guys the 3-inch polisher, us doing the mirrors, the back bumper, and then the front bumper with that. But overall, it's looking really beautiful. Look at that shine. Okay, so the C8 is all wiped down. At least all the polish is all taken off and blew off all the dust. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take our Americana Global stripper, a brand new yellow microfiber, and we're going to go ahead and wipe the car down. This is just going to remove any of the polishing oils and any waxes or anything like that that's left over. It's going to take all that off. It's basically a wax and grease remover, but it's a lot different than your standard like body shop style. So this will just get rid of any little oils in the paint, and then finally we will wipe the car down right when we're ready to ceramic coat with Ceramic Pro Cleaner, which is an alcohol solvent prep solution that prepares it to be coated and gives it maximum adhesion, and just make sure that it is completely bare. So you can see there, removing, if there was any fillers in our polish, you would see scratches and stuff immediately. All you see is that beautiful red mist metallic. We'll spray a little more on here. So I will switch rags because this thing does start to get kind of damp, and you don't really, it's not going to hurt anything, but you don't want it to dry up and leave like a streak and then try to ceramic coat over that. So we will switch out our rags very shortly. But you get the idea. So we're going to continue that wipe down process on the rest of the car, and then I'll see you guys back right when we start to do the Ceramic Pro Cleaner. Okay, so it's all wiped down with the stripper. Gotta move quick because this stuff flashes kind of quick. So we're gonna go ahead and spray the Ceramic Pro Cleaner and then wipe it down. This right here is that final, like I said, you can really tell when you wipe this stuff on, there ain't nothing left in the clear coat. Makes it perfect to be coated. So what I like to do, after this is a brand new bottle, so that's why I sprayed it right on the paint. I'll spray probably 2 or 3 spritzes on the rag, and then wipe the panel down. Get some more sprays. So now, this is that final look. We want to make sure that the paint's perfect, and it is. Wow. So this red mist is going to look amazing. About another 10 minutes of me wiping this down, she'll be ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and lay down the 9H and show you guys that. We're going to do it on the hood so you can see what it looks like. And then I'm just going to move on and do the rest of all the layers. I feel like showing you guys on the hood is perfect because it's a big enough panel where you can see what it looks like going down. And then it's really repetitive. Maybe we'll do like a 9H application video one day, but I just find showing you guys one panel at a time. Just let's do the hood, let's put the 9H on, this is what it looks like, this is what we do, we level it, and then it's the same process. We go panel by panel by panel and do the same exact process, and then I'll show you what the top coat looks like going down. We're going to show the Ceramic Pro glass, the wheels with the wheel and caliper, and then the brake calipers and all the other little odds and ends. So let's go ahead and finish wiping down the car with the cleaner, and then we'll start ceramic coating. Alright, so we got our Ceramic Pro 9H right there. We got it dripped all on the pad. Let's go ahead and lay this down on this hood. So we're going to squeeze the pad together, start right here in the middle. And this is what it looks like going on. So I start right in the middle, and then we draw a box around the whole panel. And we'll start to spread it in really nicely here. We'll just give it that rich, deep look. So this first layer really just seals the deal all up, and then the rest is just all added layers of protection. Alright, so let's spread it in nice and even. Make sure we get full coverage. Alright, so once this is all applied, we're going to take our 2 towels there and level this all off. But this first layer is really crucial, so I just want to go over it one more time. Because if you have any misses, it's going to show up throughout the layers. And that is not good. Okay, so normally I'll take 2 towels. I'm just going to hold this one because obviously I have the camera in my hand. I'll come back with the other one after I shut this off just to double check, but just go ahead and level this off. There's a certain amount of pressure and speed we use to make sure this thing is leveled nicely. So the 9H is a real tacky kind of coating. It's real sticky. As you're trying to wipe this thing off, it doesn't want to, but that's the whole idea of it. It's that real strong base layer. And also we got to work our surrounding edges because obviously the pad's going to touch them. just ever so slightly. So I'm gonna grab the other towel and just double check it, but you can see just that really deep, rich look now. Absolutely amazing. So we're gonna continue that same process you just saw on every single panel, and then do a total of 4 layers all the way around the car. So let's get to work. We got a long night ahead of us. Okay, so we got the C8 outside doing a little sun check just to make sure everything's good. There's 2 little baby smudges that we went ahead and took care of. That happens pretty much every time you do a gold package. You really got to make sure to look those layers all over. There's a lot of coating going down over this whole surface, and it's a darker color car, so we've got to make sure we bring it out in the sunlight just to double check before we go ahead and seal it up with the top coat. So really excited how this thing is coming along. You can see how beautiful the flakes in that metallic look, just super shimmering, very nice. So we're gonna put the top coat on, and then go ahead and do the Ceramic Pro glass on all the glass, take the wheels off. So there's still a lot of work to do. This is just kind of about halfway through the job, and I just wanted to show you guys this sun check because it looks amazing. This paint job is gorgeous. So let's pull it inside and get to work. Okay, so we got my favorite part of the coating process going down, and that is applying the Ceramic Pro top coat. So when you set the bottle down, and we already applied it all to this pad here, you can see every little square surface. We're going to sponge it up together or butterfly it to get it kind of spread in the whole pad, and then lay it down. This is where all the gloss comes into play. So we're just going to spread it out just like the 9H. We're going to draw out our panel and work it in. This is what gives that rich, deep shine. And right when you start wiping it off, the paint is just super slick. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys leveling. Just want to make sure it's all nice and even, just like with the 9H. I think we're good. Okay, we're going to set that on the front windshield. This is my favorite part because of how glossy and slick the paint gets. You can just see here a little bit different of a leveling technique that we use for this. It's called the Hello Neighbor. It's like you're waving. Takes it off perfectly. Dang. So drop a comment below, tell me what you think. Do you want your vehicle to look that good? Or are you just loving all those swirl marks? That's what we do. We get rid of everything and protect it for years and years to come. So that same process you saw right there, we're going to do that on the rest of the car. So let's get to work. Alright, so I want to show something that some people get confused on about ceramic coatings when we apply it to your vehicle. They think, you know, maybe it's simple, or it's just like a cup, you know, it's just like your paint and maybe the glass. No, we do everything. So I'm showing here the pad. We literally stuff the pad into every little crack and crevice. You can see here underneath the tail light, into the tail light assembly and housing itself, deep back inside here, the whole spoiler. I mean, literally every little nook and cranny that we could possibly fit. And we also spray vents like that we can't get everything on with our ceramic coating. So some people are kind of don't understand, you know, how in-depth really, especially the way we do things with Ceramic Pro, that we really do get on your vehicle. It's literally every square surface of the car. So I figured the back bumper would be something good to show you guys. You know, that we literally get into everything. The license plate frame is off. We get all this, the backup camera. I mean, I've gone over this whole bumper already, but I'm just showing you with the pad. And we get under everything, all deep down inside here, all that trim, you know, all these emblems, the little third brake light, everything. So when you get a Ceramic Pro package, your whole vehicle has got basically this armor on it now. Now I'm pretty much done applying to this back bumper. I just need to spray these vents. But let's see how the rest of the car looks with our Ceramic Pro top coat. Just such a beautiful color. And having it fully corrected and ceramic coated, literally getting right up to the paint job, it is flawless. So we're just finishing up the last little bit of top coat. I leave the front and rear bumper for last because there are a bunch of little pieces in there that we gotta make sure we take care of. So we're gonna go ahead and finish that up and then clean up a couple things I saw in the glass and then ceramic coat the glass. So we're gonna show that right now. Okay. Alright, so over to the next wheel. Just gotta hold it in place. Switch hands here with the filming. So then I actually have a, well, I got you guys here for a second. I do have an exciting announcement. We have a brand new Alcantara Suede OEM steering wheel, which was in my car, but it is toast. If you know about Alcantara Suede, it is toast. It has been since I bought the car. We got a fresh one to put in the CTSV, and we also have some wicked carbon fiber rocker blades to be installed. They're actually supposed to be here this evening. I was going to show them to you guys during this video, but the steering wheel is here, it's been here, but the rocker blades, they were supposed to be here today, and I guess it got changed on FedEx to Friday. So that's another video to look forward to. That is going to be awesome. Really been looking forward to doing that to my car. And it's in preparation for Cadillac takeover in Arizona. So we're going to have a really awesome time and a bunch of content for you guys. Doing the trip out there, we're going to probably be with maybe 15, maybe 10 to 15 CTSVs from Cali are going to be driving together at the most. I don't know the exact confirmed from here that are going to meet at this spot on the 10. We're all going to go together as we did join a CTSV club, but it's actually a Cadillac takeover and it's a bunch of CTSVs. I think there's like 50 or 60 so far that have confirmed to go that are just going to take over a few events in Arizona. We got like Modded Culture and some other car show on Saturday too as well. So that's going to be a ton of fun to show you guys, bring you along for the first kind of trip. This is our first time attending kind of like a club event because we just joined. It's actually a pretty big deal, this CTSV club. It's actually Cadillac Club, I think, of America, because everything came from Fort Worth, Texas, all of our membership stuff, so it's pretty cool. Just wanted to bring that up while guys, I had you here to, you know, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed what you see so far, and then also to stay tuned for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and level these off. Go ahead and get a towel. Got the towels back here in the package. Sorry, camera's going to move for a second. I got to fold this. Alright. hold the wheel in place and keep you guys here. Normally I have 2 rags, but I've been getting used to just using one. I will come back with another rag and just double check when we put the wheels back on. I'll level this one off so you guys can kind of take a look at the gloss, and I'm gonna show you guys what we do on the barrel too, just the quick application of it, because like I said, we're not gonna do this, we're just gonna leave it. So you can see how beautiful and glossy these wheels are. They'll look a lot better when they're on the car. You can see there, everything's super clean. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna level that one off and flip the wheel around, and we'll show you coating the barrel and then the calipers as well. Alright, so we don't just do the faces. That's what is a basic requirement for a ceramic coating package. We obviously, like you're seeing here, taking the wheels off, but this is another big thing, is actually coating the barrel of the wheel and behind the spokes, because that's where a lot of the brake dust sits. That's hard to get and clean. This will just make that a lot easier and really help it not get as dirty. It's still going to get dirty when you have performance brakes like Brembo's with soft pads, but you can see just how deep and wet that is. Now we're going to leave it like that. Now we don't level the barrel, I just leave it. Now it's not going to do anything or change anything like looks. There's not going to be streaks. We go around very even in a perfect circle pattern, so that way it doesn't do that. And then we go ahead and hit the behind the spokes. They've all been perfectly cleaned. So boom, once you put that wheel on, it's just going to be flawless. Okay, so we got the brake caliper all clean. What I'm going to do is take this Q-tip and coat some of the things that I can't really get with the pad. And then we're going to go ahead and throw that out, and we got our pad here, which is just going to make these calipers pop and protect them, give them the same properties as the paint job with its gold package. With this wheel and caliper, it's a permanent coat. Well, you can, if there's an issue, like if there's a high spot, you can take it off by polishing, but what I mean is by permanent is you can't just take it off out of nowhere. So it is a permanent coating for the wheels and the, of course, painted calipers here. It's going to give it that self-clean effect, the high gloss, chemical resistance, really help protect everything in here. And of course, give it that super deep, rich shine. So that behind the wheel we just did is going to look absolutely amazing. So let's get those front wheels done and the calipers. So let's put these wheels back on, let the car down, and we'll get those dialed in and then show you guys the glass. Alright, so we're going to take our Ceramic Pro glass. We got it on a pad here. Go ahead and grab it. And we're going to go ahead and apply it to the C8 Corvette glass. So this is included in every single package. A lot of people always ask me the same questions about what's included. Is it just the paint? No, it's literally every single surface on your vehicle. Just go ahead and move to this side, and then we'll work it in even more, but the goal is just to get it applied evenly, and then we'll start to work it in. Okay, let's move to the other side and finish up that crosshatch pattern. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take a 600 GSM towel. Just grab one here. I'm just going to do one. Normally I have two. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and level it. This will reveal that beautiful shine on the glass. You might be asking, what do you mean by shine? Well, when we do glass, what's different from us is we clay it, we steel wool it, and we also polish it, so it's literally perfect. So it's like almost like a painted piece because it's so glossy on the vehicle, especially with the tint that we had put on this Vette. It just looks like a wicked gloss black panel down the side of the car. Of course you can see in the windshield, but with the 5% it just looks crazy. So that's how the Ceramic Pro glass is applied. We're going to go ahead and do the windows on the side. The rear sliding window, it's a little bit different than a normal back window, and then the two side mirrors. So let's go ahead and finish that up. Oh yeah. Okay, so we got the C all finished up. The gold package looks beautiful. So all 4 layers of 9H are all finished. The 1 layer top coat, we took the wheels off as you saw last night, deep cleaned them, coated them behind the spokes, the lug nuts, the calipers, everything has been dialed in. Looks beautiful. We even put in that new Right Car Solutions rubber license plate frame. It actually holds a nice seal behind this plate. It's normally its own plate, so that way that doesn't scratch the paint on there because it happens very quickly. But you can see just a final walk around. Looks amazing. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in to this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the little bit of C8 content, especially on this beautiful newer color. We've done a gloss red and the kind of the gloss blue, but this is definitely a big change. It really makes the car stand out. So with that, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, ring the notifications bell if you'd like to see more videos like this, and we'll see you guys on the next one.